Hey my good friends, Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. On the eve of the Detroit Auto Show, Kia launched their latest volley into changing our perceptions about what the brand's all about with a high-performance rear-wheel drive fastback sports sedan called the Stinger. Promising it'll be the highest performance vehicle the brand has ever produced, the Kia Stinger rear-wheel drive sports sedan is poised to redefine the image of the brand with new levels of precision handling, high revving performance, and top-end luxury when it arrives late this year. Based on the GT concept car from several years back, the Stinger isn't a replacement for any one vehicle currently in the Kia showroom, but will hold an entirely new place as the dream car the company just wanted to build. It was a fantasy for the car guys at Kia, and now it's finally coming to reality. Looking immediately identifiable as a Kia, the Stinger looks much like an Optimus sedan with a stretch front end and a kicked back three-quarter view. Wheels are larger and more pronounced, and it has a much more expensive air about it. Well, that's because it will be. Unlike any Kia I've ever seen, its stance and details say performance more than anything. The big huge brakes behind the wheels, the massive exhaust, and the extremely low hood line say things that no front-wheel drive mode of transport from the brand has ever even whispered. There will be time to talk about the interior and its available Nappa leather and its cockpit designed for business. There will be time to talk more about its highly detailed graphics and performance applications to be seen on its screens. But for now, we need to talk nuts and bolts. And that's all about what powers it. Two engines will be available in the Stinger, starting with a high-output 2-liter turbocharged four-cylinder with 255 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. For those wanting more, a 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 comes from the Genesis brand with 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. Kia says 0 to 60 will come in 5.1 seconds with that V6. Changing gears will be one transmission, an 8-speed automatic. There will be no manual available. It can be shifted manually, of course, via steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. Now, while the Stinger will be standard with rear-wheel drive, it'll also be available with all-wheel drive featuring torque vectoring. And that should make it handle pretty well. The chassis design, in fact, was led by Albert Bierman, who came from BMW 3 years ago specifically for this task. A McPherson strut front and multi-link rear suspension will be the first from Kia to be adjustable. Variable ratio power steering and the suspension will be fully controllable by the driver via selectable drive modes, as will its available engines. Brakes come from Brembo on the V6 and feature quad piston front calipers and dual piston rear calipers. As with all new vehicles now, high performance or otherwise, the Kia Stinger will be available with all the latest and groundbreaking driver assistance and emergency safety preventative measures, a list too long to list. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty excited about the fact that any automaker would build a car like this, let alone Kia. Now obviously we'll have more specs, more details, and pricing a little bit later down the road. Now in pricing, expect it to cost more than most Kias and less than the competition. It's kind of a Kia strategy. Now, click right there, see all of our Detroit Auto Show coverage. We're covering it thick wall to wall, or subscribe here to our YouTube channel. Either way, stay tuned.